Hello! Ang topic natin is for Electronics 1, Electronic Devices and Circuitry, all about current flow in semiconductors. So, meron na akong na-discuss na video tutorials on intrinsic semiconductors, tsaka extrinsic semiconductors. So, kung hindi nyo pa napapanood yon, ililink ko na lang sa description para panoorin nyo muna. Para at least meron kayong background na so far about our new topic. Okay? Current flow in semiconductors. So, syempre, mahalaga na meron tayong current flow sa semiconductors or sa actual circuit kapag bumuna tayo ng um, electronic circuits, right? So, paano ba nagkakaroon ng current flow sa semiconductors? So, we've described the creation of negatively charged electrons and positively charged holes in the semiconductor. Yes, so na-discuss na natin to, right? Doon nga sa extrinsic and intrinsic video tutorials ko. If discharged particles move, a current is generated. Discharged electrons and holes are simply referred to as carriers. So kapag nag-move na yung mga electrons and holes, so mga charged electrons and holes that are moving, tinatawag na silang carriers. Okay? And syempre, kapag nag-move na yung mga charges, like the electrons and holes, yun na yung bubuo ng current. Okay? So, kailangan silang mag-move. So, the two basic processes which cause electrons and holes to move in a semiconductor are, so una, we have the drift. Drift current or drift, which is the movement caused by electric field. Okay? Pag drift, movement of electrons and holes due to electric fields. And pangalawa, B, diffusion, which is the flow caused by variations in the concentration, that is concentration gradients. Such gradients can be caused by a non-homogeneous doping distribution or by the injection of a quantity of electrons or holes into a region. So, di ba sa extrinsic semiconductor, nagdo-dope tayo. Nag-i-inject tayo ng impurity sa intrinsic semiconductor like silicon or pure silicon, right? So, pwede tayong magkaroon doon ng diffusion kapag yung concentration ng ating impurity ay nagva-vary from one location doon sa semiconductor. Okay, so particularly magdi-diffuse yung mga holes and electrons from a place of higher concentration to lower. Pero next time nating i-discuss yung diffusion, let's start with drift. So drift current muna tayo. So what is drift current? So to understand drift, assume an electric field is applied to a semiconductor. The field produces a force that acts on free electrons and holes, which then experience a net drift velocity and net movement. Consider a semiconductor with applied voltage in figure below. Okay. So, 'di ba sabi nga yung drift current nagkakaroon lang nito kung mayroong applied electric field. So, pwede tayong magkaroon ng electric field kapag mayroong potential difference or meron tayong two charges or charges, right? So, for example, nag-apply tayo ng battery, which is merong siyang positive polarity and negative polarity. Ito yung semiconductor natin, kinonect natin yung voltage source, okay? So, dahil dyan, magkakaroon tayo ng electric field in this direction. So, kasi yung electric field always start from positive to negative, okay? Ito yung direction ng ating electric field. So, dahil meron tayong electric field, ang tendency, 'di ba yung electric field may mga forces, okay? So, magkakaroon tayo ng movements ng electrons and holes due to electric field. Okay? And then, magkakaroon syempre, kapag may movement yung mga electrons and holes, meron silang velocity. Okay? Or yung rate ng movements nila. So, for example, here in the figure, we have the direction of electron flow denoted by negative symbol. Tapos yung holes denoted by positive, may kanya-kanya silang direction. So take note, 'di ba, na-discuss ko na kung meron kang semiconductor, binubuo yan sa loob ng positive and negative charges, or actually negative charges lang mga electrons, free electrons. Kaya lang nagkakaroon ng hole kasi nagmo-move yung electrons from one position to the other. Okay? So, marami yung holes and electrons sa loob. Yan. So, pag in-apply nyo ng electric field, magmo-move yung electrons. Ang in-assign na direction is pakanan. Yung holes pakanan, yung electrons pakaliwa. Bakit ganito? Kasi, 'di ba yung position ng voltage source is positive dito, negative dito. Dahil negatively charged yung mga electrons, i-oppose nung mga electrons, i-oppose nitong negative polarity ng voltage source ng electrons kasi unlike, like charges repel, right? So, pag ganito yung movement ng mga electrons. Okay? Tapos, yung mga holes naman, ganun din, like charges repel. Kasi yung holes is positively charged. So, itong positive polarity ng voltage source, ire-repel niya yung mga holes. So, pag ganito yung magiging movement. So, kaya, ang magiging direction ng velocity ng electrons ay pag ganito, denoted by V sub dn. Ito yung tinatawag na drift velocity ng mga electrons. Okay, so sabi, consider a semiconductor when applied an electric field E applied in one direction produces a force on the electrons in the opposite direction because of the electron's negative charge. Okay, kung ito yung direction ng electric field, okay, tas ito yung naging polarity ng voltage source. Yun nga, so magiging ganito yung movement ng electrons pakaliwa, yung movement ng holes pakanan. Tapos, the electrons acquire a drift velocity V sub dn in centimeter per second, which can be written as. Tapos, ito yung magiging velocity ng electrons. Tapos, may formula tayong gagamitin. Yung drift velocity ng ating electrons denoted by V sub dn is equal to negative mu sub n times capital E. Ito yung electric field in volts per centimeter. Tapos yung mu sub n, ito tinatawag siyang is a constant called the electron mobility and has units of centimeter square per volt second. So, constant yon. Sabi, for low dope silicon, the velocity of mu sub n the value of mu sub n is typically, tandaan nyo lang, 1,350 centimeter square per volt second. Okay? The mobility can be thought of as a parameter indicating how well an electron can move in a semiconductor. Okay, yun yung mu n dito sa formula. It states how well an electron can move in a semiconductor. The negative sign in equation above indicates that the electron drift velocity is opposite to that of the applied electric field as shown in figure above. So kaya lang natin nilagyan ng negative kasi mga vectors yan eh. 'Di ba? Vectors yung electric field kasi force, tapos yung velocity vectors. Opposite sila ng direction. Kasi nga kung pa ganito, pakanan yung direction ng electric field, yung movement ng electrons opposite sa kanya, pakaliwa. Which is, yun din yung ifa-follow na direction ng velocity. Kaya meron siyang negative kasi opposite yung electric field sa direction ng velocity na VDN. An electric field E, okay, yung electric field nga, so ang unit niya is volt per centimeter, applied in one direction produces a force on the holes in the same direction because of the positive charge on the hole. So, ganun din, kapag kinonsider nyo nga yung holes, dahil meron nga tayong electric field, ang direction naman ng movement ng holes is pa ganito. Okay, ire-repel nitong positive polarity yung mga holes, kaya magmo-move sila pa kanan. Okay? So, kapareho ngayon ng direction ng electric field. Pa kanan din, right? So, the holes acquire drift velocity V sub dp naman in centimeter per second, which can be written as, so kung meron tayong drift velocity ng mga electrons, V sub dn, so dahil nagmo-move din naman yung holes, meron din tayong para sa kanilang tinatawag na V sub dp. Yan naman yung drift velocity ng holes. Equal to positive mu sub p capital E. So same formula lang, pinalitan niya lang yung subscript. Ito naman yung hole mobility, yung mu sub p. Tapos yung E is the value of electric field pa rin. Where mu p is a constant called the hole mobility and again has units of centimeter square per volt second. So again, for low dope silicon, the value of mu sub p is typically 480 naman. So mas mabagal. 480 centimeter square per volt second. Mas maliit yung hole mobility compared sa electron mobility. Kasi 1350 si electron mobility, si hole mobility 480 lang. Which is less than half the value nga of the electron mobility. So this time, the positive sign in equation above, ito, indicates that the hole drift velocity is the same direction as the applied electric field. So, dahil nga pareho na ng direction, yung electric field sa movement ng holes, parehong pakanan, di ba? Kaya, positive na yung value ng velocity. Ito yung direction ng velocity, V sub dp. Di ba? Pareho ng direction sa electric field. Okay, ngayon, let us now return to the single crystal silicon bar shown above. Let the concentration of holes Bp and that of free electrons N. So, 'di ba, dito sa ating silicon to, na 'di ba meron yang concentration ng mga holes and electrons, okay? Denoted daw by kapag concentration ng free electrons N. So naturo ko na to, 'di ba? Doon sa extrinsic and intrinsic video ko. Ang unit ng concentration is number of electrons per cubic centimeter. Kapag P naman, concentration ng holes, number of holes per cubic centimeter. We wish to calculate the current component due to the flow of holes. Okay, so due to the flow of holes muna. Hahanapin daw natin yung concentration ng current. So, consider a plane perpendicular to the x direction. So, halimbawa, ito yun. Ito yung cross-sectional ito yung cross-sectional area. A. Dito sa silicon, crystal. In 1 second, the whole charge that crosses the plane will be area times the charge times the concentration times the drift velocity of the whole columns. In 1 second yon. So, gamitan nyo ng dimensional analysis ito. So, magiging ang final unit nito is column. Diba? Area, column, area charge, Q yung charge, P is yung concentration, tapos VDP yung drift velocity. Kasi ito is current na yan, right? Okay, current nung magnitude nung current para sa mga holes. Ito yung formula. So, ang unit nito is dapat charge per centimeter. Kasi yung area is, 'di ba, centimeter square, yung charge is coulomb, yung drift velocity, ano siya, and then yung P muna, 'di ba, that's centimeter to the negative 3 or 1 over centimeter to the third, and yung VDP is centimeter per second. Yan. So, makakancel nyo to, matitira is coulomb over second. C over S. So, current na siya. So, tama, by dimensional analysis, ito yung formula. So, kapag 1 second lang tayo, i-multiply nyo to by 1 second, 1 coulomb. Okay? Ito yung specific kung ano yung mga value nito, ang specific value ng charge is AQP-VDP at 1 second. So, yung Q uli, yung Q fix, ano yun constant yon, 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 coulomb. This then must be the whole component of the drift current flowing through the bar. So, yun na nga, yan na yung value ng drift current na whole component. Kasi, di ba, dalawa yung nagiging movements ng mga current na dalawang components yung current, movement ng hole saka electrons. So kung kinonsider natin yung hole, ito yung value niya. I sub P is positive, area, cross-sectional area times Q, the charge, electronic charge times P, the concentration of the hole, times the drift velocity of the hole. Okay? Bakit positive? Kasi nga, same direction. Okay? Same direction. Conventional current flow, di ba? Pag ganito, movements ng holes from positive to negative, pakanan. Pareho ng direction ng electric field. Tapos, kapag sinubstitute nyo pa, kasi di ba yung ating VDP, kanina, anong value ng VDP? Positive mu sub P times electric field. Ito. Yan. Substitute nyo ngayon dito, magiging IP is area times charge times P, tas yung V sub dP, gagawin nyong mu sub PE. So, ito yung value nung current. Okay? Drift current component due to holes, denoted by I sub P. P for holes. We are usually interested in the current density, J sub P, which is the current per unit cross-sectional area. So, gagawin nyo lang, i-divide nyo lang to both sides by the area. Okay? So, J sub P is magiging I sub P over A. So, makakancel nyo dito si A, right? Matitira, ito na lang yung pinaka value ng J sub P, Q, P, mu sub P, capital E. Ito yung current density due to holes. So, tandaan nyo yung formula, Q, P, mu sub P, capital E. Current density. So, the current component due to the drift of free electrons can be found in a similar manner. So, kung yung electrons naman yung i-consider natin, so same lang din, Note, however, that electrons drifting from right to left result in a current component from left to right. So dahil nga yung mga movements ng electrons is opposite dito sa conventional na from positive to negative, dapat gagawin yung negative sign. Opposite yung current electrons. Current due to electrons, opposite sa conventional, so maglalagay lang kayo ng negative sign. Result in a current component from left to right. Okay. This is because of the convention of taking the direction of current flow as a direction of current flow of positive charge and opposite to the direction of negative. So yun nga, kasi diba kapag conventional current, from positive to negative yung kino-consider natin. Okay? Direction ng holes. Pero kapag electron flow, kabaliktaran. From negative to positive. So magka-opposite sila. So, therefore, yung magiging I sub n, ito naman yung drift current due to the electron movement denoted by I sub n is lalagyan nyo siya ng negative. Kasi nga opposite sa conventional current. So same formula, cross-sectional area times the charge. This time, yung concentration naman ng electrons, di ba, N yun? And then, V sub dN. Yung drift velocity nung ano naman, ng electrons. Okay? Pero, kapag sinubstitute nyo yung V sub dN, ang formula niya kanina, negative mu sub n capital E, right? Ito. Negative mu sub n capital E. So, therefore, magiging I sub n is negative A Q N times yung V sub dN, papalitan nyo ng negative mu sub n E. So, negative times negative, magiging positive na siya. Positive A Q N mu sub n E. So, ang unit pa rin niya is ampere. So, dahil ang gusto nga natin is current density ulit, i-divide nyo lang to both sides by area. Okay? So, I sub n over A, yan na yung J sub n. Which is equivalent dito, kinancel nyo na yung A, so Q sub n, Qn times mu sub n E, yan yung current density due to electrons. So, ang unit ng mga current density is ampere per centimeter square. So, the total drift current density J can be found by summing JP and JN. So, syempre, isa-sum up nyo ngayon yung JP tsaka JN para makuha nyo yung total drift current density. Kasi nga, dalawa yung components ng current flow, drift current, due to holes and due to electrons. So, pag inad natin, J is equal to JP plus JN, ito na yung total drift current density. Substitute nyo ngayon yung pinaka nakuha nating value ng JP tsaka JN. JP ito, JN ito. Tapos, i-factor out nyo, pwede nyong i-factor out si Q tsaka si E. So, si Q nilagay ko dito, si E nilagay ko dito, tapos matitira sa parenthesis si P mu P plus Q, N mu N, right? So, this relationship can be written as J is equal to this symbol, rho, sigma pala, no? Tama ba? Sigma. Ito kasi yung rho. Okay, so this is the conductivity. So yung ating sigma is the conductivity. Ang ginawa lang dito, 'di ba? Ito yung pinakatalagang exact formula. J is equal to sigma E. Tapos, ginawa lang nating sigma etong expression na to. So, sigma is equal to Q times the quantity P sub mu sub P plus N times mu sub N. Okay? So, tandaan nyo, conductivity is equal to the charge, electronic charge, times concentration ng hole times hole mobility plus concentration ng electron times electron mobility. Okay? Or, pwede rin siyang current density J is equal to electric field E over rho. Yung rho naman, ginawa lang natin, ang relationship is the inverse ng conductivity. Resistivity naman yung tawag dito sa rho. Kasi yung resistivity tsaka conductivity ay inverse of each other, right? So, resistivity is 1 over conductivity rho. So, therefore, ang formula niya is 1 over formula ng conductivity ito. Lalagay mo lang din siya sa denominator. 1 over Q times P mu sub P plus N mu sub N. So, the units naman ng rho ng resistivity is eto, dimensional analysis. Okay, 'di ba yung ating electric field is kasi yung rho eto, i-cross multiply niya dito, rho is electric field, cross multiply si rho, cross multiply si J, electric field over J. So, kaya ang ating electric field formula is volt per centimeter divided by current density is ampere per centimeter square. So, magiging ano siya, volt over centimeter, volt over centimeter times the reciprocal ng ampere over centimeter square over ampere. So, cancel itong centimeter na isa, magiging volt over ampere, centimeter na lang. Eh, di ba by Ohm's law, ang volt over ampere is ohm. Kaya ohm centimeter. Tapos, yung unit ng conductivity, reciprocal. Kasi nga yung conductivity is equal to 1 over rho equal to yung unit ng rho 1 over ohm centimeter or ohm centimeter quantity raised to the negative 1. Okay, so tandaan nyo tong mga nakabox na formula. Okay, gagamitin natin yan kapag nag-solve tayo ng problems. Yan. So, in conclusion, we see that the conductivity can be changed from strongly N-type, meaning N is much greater than P, yung concentration ng electron is much greater than concentration ng hole, by donor impurity doping. So pag dinamihan nyo or dope kayo ng mas maraming impurity, donor type impurity, magiging N is much greater than P. So magi-improve yung conductivity. Ano siya? Strongly N-type. Ganon din naman kung um, nag-dope kayo ng mas maraming acceptor impurity or P-type, magiging strongly P-type siya. Concentration ng whole P is magiging much greater than concentration ng whole N. Okay? So, depende sa pag-dope nyo, mababago nyo yung conductivity. Ibig sabihin, tataas yung current. Okay? So, being able to control the conductivity of a semiconductor by selective doping is what enables us to fabricate the variety of electronic devices that are available. So, di ba tama? So, dahil sa uh, pagdodope natin, na-improve natin yung conductivity ng semiconductor at nakokontrol natin depende sa kung paano tayo mag-dope, kung paano natin ma-manufacture or ma-fabricate yung electronic devices natin ngayon. Okay? Sige, para ma-illustrate yung mga diniscuss nating concept, mag-solve tayo ng problems. So, number 1, calculate the drift current density for a given semiconductor. Consider silicon at T is equal to 300 Kelvin doped with arsenic at a concentration of Nd equals 8 times 10 to the 15 centimeter to the negative 3. Assume mobility values mu sub n 1350 centimeter square per volt second, and mu sub p equals 480 centimeter square per volt second. Assume that the applied electric field is 100 volt per centimeter. Okay, calculate the drift current density for a given semiconductor. Consider silicon at, so ang temperature is 300 Kelvin, doped with arsenic at a concentration of, so yung concentration daw, bale N sub D. So, donor. Electron concentration. 8 times 10 to the 15 centimeter to the negative 3. Assume mobility values mu sub n 1350 centimeter square per volt second and mu sub p equals 480 centimeter square per volt second. Assume that the applied electric field is 100 volt per centimeter. Okay, so ang hinahanap is yung drift current density. Okay, yung J. So, anong pwede nating gamiting formula? 'Di ba pwedeng ito? J is equal to conductivity times electric field. So, J is equal to conductivity times electric field. Okay, pero ano yung conductivity formula? Ito, yung Q times the quantity P times mu sub P plus N times mu sub N. So, hanapin muna natin, or pwede nyo naman palang i-directa na. Sige, Q times P mu sub P plus N times mu sub N. So, kailangan nating mahanap yung concentration net kasi given naman itong Q, ang Q natin is, ano siya, 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 coulomb. Yung mu sub P given. 'Di ba? Ang mu sub P natin 480. Okay, 480. Tapos yung mu sub N given din 1350. So wala lang tayong P tsaka N. Pero given kasi yung ating N. 'Di ba? Naturo ko to sa extrinsic semiconductor video. Kapag given tayo ng concentration ng denope na impurity yung arsenic, ito N sub D. Ito yan, 'di ba? Kapag itong N sub D is much greater than yung Ni, intrinsic concentration ng hole, okay, if ND is much greater than Ni, approximately yung pinaka-N natin, or sabihin na natin ito yung pinaka-concentration ng holes, I mean ng electron, doon sa buong dope extrinsic semiconductor, yung hinaluan ng arsenic, that's approximately equal to ND. Pero, ano ba yung value ng intrinsic? Kasi magagamit naman natin tong value na to kapag ginamit natin yung formula for the concentration ng P. Ano yung na-discuss nating formula? Ni square over Nd. Right? So, yung Ni, intrinsic carrier concentration, ang formula niya, kung nare-recall, capital B, T raised to 3 halves, E to the negative Eg, divided by 2kT. So, ang magiging value for silicon at T is equal to 300 Kelvin. Na-discuss ko na rin to sa video ko na intrinsic carrier. Balikan nyo na lang, nakalink sa description. Gamitin nyo yung formula na to, constant tong B tsaka Eg, tsaka yung K, Boltzmann constant, i-plug in nyo dito yung temperature na 300 Kelvin. Ang makukuha nyong Ni is approximately 1.5 times 10 to the 10 centimeter to the negative 3. Okay? So, therefore, makukuha natin yung P. Bale, yung N is approximately equal to ND na, which is 8 times 10 to the 15 centimeter to the negative 3. Okay? Hanapin na lang natin yung P. Yung pinaka-concentration ng holes sa extrinsic semiconductor, N-type. Bale, P is, so ano yung Ni? 1.5 times 10 to the 10 square divided by the ND, 8 times 10 to the 15. Okay, ang unit pa rin nito is centimeter to the negative 3. So, anong value makukuha natin? Using calcu, okay, 1.5 mode 1 natin. 1.5 times 10 times 10 to the 10 squared divided by 8 times 10 to the 15. Okay. 28125 centimeter to the negative 3. Okay, so pag kinuha natin yung pinaka-conductivity ngayon, yan, kumpleto na tayo ng value. Ito yung formula. Q, di ba, 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 coulomb times the concentration P, 28125 centimeter to the negative 3, mu sub P, ano yan, 480. 480 ang unit is centimeter square per volt second plus N. Ito yon yung N sub D, 8 times 10 to the 15 centimeter to the negative 3 times mu N. Ang mu N, 1350, di ba? Centimeter square per volt second. 1350 centimeter square per volt second. Okay. Input 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19 times 28125 times 480 plus 8 times 10 to the 15 times 1350. Okay. 1.728. Ang unit is 'di ba? Ohm centimeter to the negative 1. 'Di ba? Unit ng conductivity. Sige, pag dimensional analysis nyo, ito ay centimeter to the negative 3 times centimeter square. Bale, centimeter to the negative 1 over Vs. Ito, unit niyan. Ito rin, ganun din, unit. Or, 1 over centimeter Vs. Unit nito. Times unit ng charge C. So, C over, centimeter volt second. 'Di ba yung yung coulomb charge over second is the current. So I over centimeter volume. So ano yung I over B? Kasi yung volts over current is ohm. Reciprocal siya, current over voltage. Bale, 1 over ohm times centimeter. Kaya, 1 over ohm centimeter or ohm centimeter to the negative 1. So, bidimensional analysis. Or kahit yung gamitin yung niliderive na lang nating formula kanina. So, next. 'Di ba ang hinahanap is yung pinaka-J. So, multiply natin tong nakuhang conductivity sa value ng electric field, which is 100 volt per centimeter. Okay, so J is conductivity times electric field. So, conductivity is 1.728. So, 1 over ohm centimeter times electric field 100 volt per centimeter. 100 volt per centimeter. So, multiply nyo, 1.728 times 100. Okay, 172.8. Anong unit? Di ba ang unit ng current density is amp over centimeter square? Tama ba pag dimensional analysis? So, magiging volt over ohm centimeter times centimeter, ohm centimeter square. Eh, di ba yung volt over ohm, current by Ohm's law. So, amp over centimeter square. So, tama. Okay. So, nakasolve tayo ng one problem. Sige, tuloy natin. Let's have part 2. Solve pa tayo ng more problems. So, ang pinaka-focus lang talaga natin muna dito sa part 1 is yung ma-discuss yung concept ng drift current. And then sa next part, magso-solve tayo ng mas marami pang problems all about drift current. So, abangan nyo lang. So, follow lang kayo sa ating account para manonotify pag meron tayong next video tutorial sa susunod. And subscribe din kayo sa ating YouTube channel, Engineered Math. Ililink ko na lang sa description yung mga past video tutorials natin for Electronics 1, Electronic Devices and Circuitry, tsaka yung pinaka-playlist ng LX1 para mapanood nyo lahat ng mga video tutorials natin simula sa unang lesson to up to the last lesson. Para meron na rin kayong video tutorial playlist guide from our YouTube channel for LX1. So good luck sa mga nagtitake ng LX1. Kayang-kaya yan. Practice lang mag-solve ng maraming problems. And panoorin nyo lang yung mga video tutorials natin sa YouTube. Okay, see you on my next video tutorial. God bless everyone. Bye-bye.